Has anyone close to you, a loved one or a close friend, ever died?
My papu, my great-grandfather, he lived with us, and I came home from school one day and it was a bit manic on the balcony. He had a stroke and Mum was kind of rushing around, and that was the first time I'd seen death from someone I loved so much, that spent every morning helping me learn to play cards and cheat in card games, and just a lot of unspoken words after that I was, yeah.
I think the hardest death for me was when I was in my early 20s and my grandmother died, because she was the last living grandparent. I didn't really know my other grandparents, so she and I were like best friends, it seemed. Probably the most impactful people in my life have died, and that's my mom, my dad, and my brother.
What do you miss most about that person?
I think growing up, grandparents are really important to make you feel spoiled and loved, and probably that aspect of just seeing them when you're a kid and spending time with them.
Definitely the conversation, the connectivity, the unconditional love.
I just miss how funny she was and how much fun we used to have together, and she was just an amazing person. She just cared about me so much and always was concerned about what I was doing, and would just call me out of the blue and say, hey, what's going on? And I just miss the phone calls and just miss being able to call her too.
The optimism through the hardest of times they held no matter what, and that smile.
When you think about them today, what goes through your body?
The fact that I'm grateful and blessed to have had them in my life, even for a specific amount of time, and that it emanates into my father too, and sometimes I see it, and it's a really beautiful thing too. But my heart kind of feels crushed too sometimes.
Is there a specific trigger that brings them to mind?
It sounds strange, but Taco Bell brings my auntie to mind. She had a fascination with Taco Bell, and she loved Taco Bell. I don't know why. We spend the night over her house, we're having Taco Bell for dinner.
Sometimes I'll listen to a song on the radio, and I will not maybe have thought of, say, my mom or my dad, in a few hours or a few days, and then all of a sudden it hits me.
Sometimes it's not even something specific. It's about maybe I have a decision to make. Maybe what would Dad do, or what would Dad advise me, and then I process what I learned from him in my 21 years, and I make that decision. And it's interesting for a lot of them. It's about would he be proud of me? Do I make the right decision? Whether it's advising my kids, or it's a business decision, or it's just an everyday people thing. How was he, and what did he teach me, and how do I give that back when I project myself?
Do you celebrate them now that they are no longer physically present?
We should more, probably once a year, but definitely not enough.
Oh, I definitely celebrate them. I mean, I got this tattoo, my grandma's name, so anytime I look at that, I remember her.
Yeah, I think every day. I mean, it's kind of silly. Even in my office, I have his original set of golf clubs. It sits there every day. I walk by it every single day of my life, and it's like he's there.
Whenever the anniversary of her passing comes about, I do post something on Facebook, or I'll, talk to everybody else I knew that was close to her, and we'll all just talk and remember how important she was to us.
HealGrief.org is an online platform that allows our users to celebrate the lives of those gone before us. New studies contradict old beliefs and argue that remembering and celebrating a loved one significantly aids in a healthy grief recovery. People often ask me, what is Heal Grief and what do we do? HealGrief.org is a social support network creating community in the wake of a death. we are the go-to place from the moment a loved one dies. HealGrief.org redefines the traditional costly obituary, offering a no-fee platform designed to communicate a loved one's death to family and friends from around the globe. We'll never cure death, but together we can heal grief.